Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever you are, wherever you are. This is More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast where we help you build a thriving business. And I'm Anna Angelova, your favorite co host and a business coaching consultant. And, well, actually, I guess second favorite co host because here with me is Jores Minasvand, your favorite co host and a business consultant. Hey, Jores. I think
Hey
it's
Anna,
Thursday.
hey Anna. Well, I'm the one who's supposed to be mixing up these days. I always rely on you. I ask you on a Tuesday if it's Friday, and you say no, it's Monday. So you shouldn't be mixing these days. I'm the one who's mixing these days. I'm the dinosaur. And hey everyone, hey Anna, happy Thursday. Almost the end of the week. What an amazing week. We have talked a lot about technology, productivity, and management styles. So it's been a very good week. And today we talk about how a leader, a business owner, leader, regardless of the size of the business, should stop trying to do everything themselves and how to use the the three levels that we will talk about to not overwhelm themselves. We talked about yesterday, don't overwhelm your team with technology. Today will help you take some of that overwhelm off of your back, and instead of working 200 hours a week, you can work fewer hours, grow, and still have time for yourself, for your family, for your children, for your loved ones, for your whatever your habits, whatever it is that your passion is. So I will stop talking now and give it back to the main host. He's the one that talks loves productivity, and I'll just chime in here and there, just snippets of my, dinosaur era consulting experiences that I will share with everyone.
Fantastic. And I would say that it's probably contagious. So that's why I'm like, what day is it today? So yeah, today we're talking about okay, how to stop trying to do everything yourself. And the thing is that as the business owner, uh, you probably started this business with a lot of passion, with a lot of love in your heart for what you're doing, and it's not easy giving it to others, even when they're more experienced, even when they know more about this than you, the certain area than you. This is your business, and it's really hard to let go and give someone else the chance to help you. And one of the other things is that we rarely ask for help, right? So, how do you do this? I would say there are a couple of things that come to my mind right now. So, one thing is like, as you were starting to, get to a place where like you're overwhelmed, like Joris, like you said, you're working 200 hours a week. So, I would say list everything you're doing and put these things into categories. What are the things that you should be doing? You're the only one can do and you should keep on doing. What are the things that still need to be done for the business, but someone else can do this? Like if you already have a team, maybe someone else on your team can do this. If you don't have a team yet, maybe these are opportunities for you to hire someone or outsource activities. Then what are things that can be automated? Like some things you might be doing that can actually be automated. And what are the things that can actually be deleted? And like we love being busy. Like we wear busyness as a badge of honor. And the truth is that a lot of the things that we do are not relevant, that they don't really move the needle, that whether we do it or not, it doesn't really matter. And I know you don't want to hear this, but chances are that 80% of what you're doing doesn't really matter for you and your business and you as the leader. So start with this, like list everything you do and put it in these categories. What are the things that you should really keep on doing because you're the only one that can do this? Things you can delegate, things you can actually automate, and things that can be deleted. And then for the ones that are delegated and automated, write down what they are. Like if you don't have this yet, like if you don't have those SOPs, if you don't have those standards created yet, write it down. Start with one, like start with one of the processes, start with one of the activities that you do and write it down. What it is, why it matters, how it's done, like what are the important guidelines about this thing, and hand it off. That's it. As easy as it can be. Like it's really with anything when it comes to what we do, right, as business owners, it's all about our mindset. It's all about how we see things. And when you elevate your mindset from that, oh, I need to hold on to this, to like letting things go, uh, you stop being the bottleneck and amazing things can happen for you. So anyway, this is where I'm starting. And Joris, I want to hear your experience, especially curious to see how did dinosaurs do this.
Well, we didn't have AI. We had the Flintstones that we outsourced everything to them. They used to do it in the stone factory for us, hedge everything on the stones. But um, I think you covered it really good. Uh, Automate, delegate, and delete. Now, when it comes to the deletion, well, uh, I think deletion is really easy to understand. But from a leader's perspective, we talked about this. I think it was the first or second week we were starting our podcast, but 1,200 years ago, feels like it. uh, we talked about 20/80 rule. Only 20% of the tasks that you do will have 80% effect on your business. Like you said, will move the needle. Focus on that 20%. It takes maybe 15 minutes on a Sunday afternoon or a Saturday or Friday, whatever your sort of half day off is, and see, take your list and say, I've automated whatever I could. There's a list of 15 things that I need to do, and then prioritize based on the 20% that has 80% effect on your business growth, on your sales, on your bottom line, on your revenue. And that will just get rid of all the overwhelm. And it will reduce not only the task that you're doing, but it will give you the time for you to be able to grow and double your size. Like you said, if you're working 200 hours a week, you don't have time to hire. Who are you going to hire? You're going to manage people. They're going to come in and say, well, this guy is so disorganized, he can't even manage himself. Why is he hiring me? They'll either be useless or they'll leave in a week. So I think if you focus on that 20% of tasks, you will be successful.
Such a great point. Absolutely. And it goes even so when you are starting, I definitely say the 20% tasks that produce 80% of the results. And then as your business grows, as you bring more people in your team, whether it's hiring, outsourcing, doesn't really matter, then it actually, I think we've mentioned it, it actually goes even further where 4% of what you do actually impacts 64%, delivers 64% of the results. And then 0.8% of what you do, I think it went to like 50% or 51%. So most of the things, most of the results come from 0.8% of your input and activities. And I know it's easier said than done. And there are quite a few things that play a role here. Of course, like one of the biggest thing is that you need to have someone to delegate this to. And that's why we've talked about outsourcing, we've talked about hiring. You need to have the right person to take over. Because if you give the work to someone who is not capable, who you don't trust, it will actually create more stress for you than help you. So of course, like it's like you need to have people who can take over. With the automation as well, like you need to spend some time, have the right tool and have the right process to automate things so they can like test this, so things can, that things are running smoothly and the way that they're supposed to run. So there are, of course, things that come into play. Like it's not just listing things down and like, okay, and here it is, I delegated. Of course, like if, and again, even if you don't have anyone, then it means that, okay, the next step for you is to actually hire someone or find someone to outsource. And this is really important. Like it's really important for you to find people who can do things better than you do, who have the required attitude, the required mindset, who really free you up. Like people where when you think in the future, like when you think about, oh, I need to give this to this person, you actually feel empowered. You feel like, yeah, I want to give it to this person. I know that when I give it to this person, it will be done above my expectations, and I can go and enjoy a nice afternoon on my Harley.
100%, 100%. I think it was last week also we talked about focus. When you have only 20% of tasks to do, you can lock yourself in a room. You can focus so well and do those 20% of your tasks so well that even the results will astonish yourself. And then, like you said, the rest of the day, you can get out and do whatever you want. Having a cigar with your brother, ride a Harley. I mean, it's your own freedom, right? It's. I don't think passion for life is just running a business or doing work. There's more to do, and for us to have the time and the money to do the rest of the stuff that makes us passionate, we have to be efficient at work and to like automate, outsource, delete, and focus. There's no other way of putting it.
Yeah, there's no other way of putting it. And this is actually your action item for today. List your tasks, everything you do throughout the week. And if you want, you can do this to keep track of everything you're doing for a week or even like a month, just to see in case there are some cyclical things that don't happen, like the same things that you do at the beginning of the month but don't do right now. Well, it's the beginning of the month, I think, anyway. So if you do something at the end of the month but not right now, so ultimately, your action item for today is list everything you do and put it in these four categories. What are the things that you should really keep on doing? What are the things that you can and should delegate? What are the things that can be automated? And what are the things that can and should be deleted? Do you do these? And after you list these, then pick one of the tasks and either delete it if it's in the delete, automate it if it's in automate, or delegate it if it's in the delegate. Like pick one and you go from there. And once you do this, you'll be like, oh, it feels so good. Let me pick the next one and let me pick the next one. And if you still struggle with this though, I highly recommend reaching out and like exploring the energy leadership index assessment that can actually help you to see what's going on and how you see this situation in particular and in general how you show up. So I'll add the link in the description so we can help you figure this out and finally stop trying to do everything yourself.
Amazing session, Anna. Thank you. Uh, I think it was pretty insightful from my perspective. But again, if anyone likes to speak to us in more extent about this, contact us and join our community. There's a lot of useful stuff there that can help you. You'll be surprised. And yeah,
Yep, absolutely. Second that. So thank you, Jores. And tomorrow we are wrapping up the week with talking about raising your prices. So if there is a
money, money,
topic,
money, money,
yeah,
money, money,
if there is a topic that you shouldn't miss, this is the one. So join us to talk about money. Ka-chink.
money, money. Ka-ching. Bye, Anna.
Bye, Jores.